Hi guys, have another craft for you today. Today we are going to make our very own dream catcher. This is the first one that I've made. Not too bad. A few little mistakes here and there, but it still looks cute. So I'm going to try to show you how to do this. So what I used was, we need a hoop, a metal hoop. I got a macrame one at the craft store. This one is, how big is this one? 5 inches. So that's what makes this, 5 inches. I used yarn on this one. So this is brown yarn, and I love this yarn. I think it's an oatmeal or something. I don't know if you could tell. It's got flecks of brown in it. I think I'm gonna use that for the inside. You can use whatever you have. You can use twine, you can use leather. The real ones, I think they use, the web is made out of like wax string, which makes it a lot easier, I'm sure. But this is definitely doable with just stuff you have at your house. So I had beads at the house. If you have feathers, that would be super cute. You could put more strings down here. It's really just limited to your ideas. You can put ribbon down here. All kinds of stuff, whatever you want to do. So this one I'm going to do a little different just because I want to try it. I'm going to use jute because I love jute to go around the rim. And then I'm going to use the same yarn I used on the inside because it's really pretty. So you need some scissors. I have some of my bead stash, so we'll see what we end up doing with that. I am going to use, since I'm using yarn on the inside, I'm going to use like a needle to go around with that. But if you had that waxed string, you wouldn't need a needle at all for that. I'm going to use glue gun to tack it a little bit, and I'm going to give you some ideas. So this, I could go in and out and in and out with this whole thing going around, but I probably would just cut some strings. What am I going to do with this? And if I had a binder clip, I could clip the top and then just go around and around and around so I don't unwind. Or if you don't have a glue gun, you can always just tie it on, because at the bottom is where we're going to put the danglies anyway. So lots and lots of options. But you could just put your whole jute or yarn in and out and in and out to wrap it. So today I'm going to do a different option. Over here I glued it. I'm going to tie it real quick onto my ring. And this will be the bottom of my dream catcher, or one of the ends. Or maybe I'll just tie it like that for a minute. I'm not going to take my whole thing through. I'm going to cut off strands and just loop around. And I am going to, so I'm doing it this way without gluing it on. I need to hold it with my left hand, and I am just going to wrap around. I actually like this part, it's fun. I am going to give you a simpler thing. Maybe we should glue the end just so if your hand slips, you won't lose your unwind. So we'll do that. Gonna hold that for a second. That's how I did the first one. Was I glued it on there and then just kept wrapping. So I know that works. Put my little strands back up here. Nice. And then I'm just going to go in and out and in and out, and then I'm going to glue my end and cut another piece. And I had thought about, since I have an extra ring, I thought about doing this ahead of time, but I ran out of time, so that didn't happen. So you'll get to see real time how long this part takes. So this yarn I used was really thin and beautiful. It was a soft, like a baby yarn, because I wanted that dark brown, and that's what I had in my stash. But the little hitch on that part is it was slick. It kept spinning on me, and since it was so thin, it took a little bit of time to go around. Look, I'm almost halfway through with this one right now. But it's gorgeous. So it's whatever you want to do. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of glue here, and just to give myself a little extra secure, but I'm not unwrapping, if you can see. It's staying nice and tight. So I probably didn't need that glue, but I thought, well, the glue gun's sitting right beside me. We'll give her a go. I have seen these made with leather, sort of like that leather that you used to get for like your tennis shoes, shoelaces and stuff. That was pretty. It was squared, so the leather wasn't round, like wasn't like a tube, a string. It was squared, so when you were wrapping, the crafter had to make sure that they were flat, that it was the same, nothing twisted. But it was gorgeous, so that's always an option. I'm a fan of jute, as you know. So, but I wanted to do one with something that you guys might have around the house or might prefer. You always do it the way you want to do it. It's your craft. All right, I'm getting towards the end of this. Can you believe, look how close I was in guessing that amount of jute that I needed. Interesting. Let's see if this will work. So I am going to layer another one on, and then I will just cut off my ends. Nice. So I'm getting a nice smooth wrap. We're almost to the end. So say I used that binder clip and didn't use glue. At the very end, you tie one knot. Your beginning and your end together. That could be a little challenging. Not letting your twist untwist, right? So I am going to tie this with my original knot, which, if you remember, I just looped through. I didn't tie it twice. So I'm going to use this end that I already have and tie a knot on here. And I am good. All right. This actually could be my hanger. Doesn't have to be the bottom. Especially if I made a long end. You could plan ahead. Either way, it's going to be the bottom of mine. But you could plan ahead and make your tie a little longer, and then make it into your hanger. Because we need a hanger at the top, don't we? These are nice and secure, so I'm going to snip off my ends. This one's nice and secure. I'll snip off that end. And could you see me thinking there? I was wondering if I wanted to use this as a hanger. I'm not going to, but I want to make sure that my knot doesn't go away. So I'm going to add a little bit more glue on there just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And trim that off. Ta-da! That did not take long. Now it's time for the web. So I'm just going to get some of my yarn because I really like this stuff. And I think on this one, I used about 3 feet. 6. So sorry. I had way extra over. But I'd rather have too much than not enough, right? So I used 6 feet to do the inside of my webbing. And then I am going to use this needle. It's just like an embroidery needle, just to guide, and hopefully you'll be able to see better where my web is going. And how about this neat little trick, this little tool? A friend of mine, Doris, gave this to me to help thread my needles. How cool is that? I didn't even know that existed. Ta-da! All right. This might actually be a little long. Maybe I'll double it up a little bit until we get shorter. And then you want to tie this on. I'm going to tie it right where my knot is already. And that'll be my bottom. So I'm just going to tie this on here. This one I am going to actually make a knot and not just loop through it once. Awesome. See? Got a knot there. It's right by my beginning knot, which is going to be the bottom. But on this one, if you see, I did 6, 1, hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 knots, and that's what I plan on doing with this one. So I am going to put like 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, and 1 on each side. So you cross over. You can measure this out if you want. You know me, I don't do a lot of measuring. But you cross over, and then you go up under the hole that you just created. Just like that. To secure it. See? It's going to go this way. So I'm going to go through that exact same hole again just to give myself an extra secure connection. So again, I'm going to have, this is my first one. Here's my second one up here. So I'm going to have 2 down here, 1 in the middle, and 2 up here. So I'm going to cross over, hold it with my finger, go up under, and in the hole I created, put my yarn back through and pull. And I'm going to go right back and do the exact same thing again so that I have a secure connection. On the first one, I didn't do that. I had no problems. It did not come apart. But this one, I don't know. I'm just going to go twice. So I figure out where I want my knot to go. I hold it with my thumb. I go over the top of my hoop and I go in the hole that I've created from the bottom. Over and under, over and under. Alrighty. See? Now I'm gonna put one right here. So over, hold it with my thumb, go into the hole I just created. So this is the stitch per se that we're doing for the whole spider web deal we're making. Over and under, over and under. Just this first one goes on the rim itself. Guess what? The next row goes on the web itself. I'm just moving my second yarn over so it matches. Ta-da! Now then, I find my space. This is at the bottom. I'm going over, I'm going up under in the hole I just created. I'm going to do it twice for a secure, whoops, minute. Gotta make sure I'm under, not over. There we go. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the beginning, so go back to your beginning. And make one more right at your beginning. So I'm going over, going through the hole I just created, and I'm doing it twice for security's sake. You do not have to do it twice. And now we have 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you keep going, but where you're putting your next knot is in the middle of your first row. We did the whole ring. That was our first knots. Now we're going to do this first row. I'm going to put one in the middle of each one of these. So you go over, hold it with your finger, and put it over top. And remember, we're not going back through the ring. We're finished with the ring. We're going through our first row. Whoops. This is definitely too long. Okay, so let me start over. All right, I want it in the center of my first connection. Here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one. I'm going right there. I'm going over top, just like I did around the center of the ring. Then I'm going in the hole because I'm going around the first row of thread. I'm making sure it's in the center where I want it. I'm holding it with my finger. And I'm coming up through that hole I just created. And when you pull tight, look what happens. You pull tight, it makes that V. So I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna go back again. I'm gonna go back through that same hole that I created. And I got a little knot right there. Ta-da! Very nice. Went on the wrong side. No, that's right. All right. Now, here's my next connection. I'm going to go right to the center. I'm going to hold it with my finger. I'm going to go down and around that connection. I created a hole, so I'm going to go in the hole. Pull it, and when I pull it tight, oops, let me put it back in the center. When I pull it tight, it makes a triangle. So I'm just going to go back through that same hole and give myself a nice tight connection. And you just repeat that. Go to the center of the next one, down in the hole I just created, pull it tight. Move it with my finger so it's in the center. Ta-da! And I'm going to go back through this hole again just to make it tight. And then I'm going to the next one. Over top, hold it. going down and up. Now, if we were using the wax thread, it wouldn't be shifting on me. But we are not using the wax thread. Back in the center. And then when I get to the very beginning, where I started, I'm going to keep doing this over and over and over until I get to the center of my web. Over the top, hold it in the middle. Go through the hole that I created. It makes a little connection, pull tight. I'm going to go back through so it doesn't come apart. Dee-dee. Now I'm at the beginning. I'll go through my next one, over top, back through the hole I created. I'm going to do it twice just to make a nice connection. And as you see, I'm just going around and around and around, the exact same thing. We're almost to the center already. I'm on the third round. Wonder how many I'll have. Maybe 5? Or just 4? I don't know. How many do I have on this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 4 on that one. Up, make my nice little tight. I'm gonna go back through that hole to make sure it's nice and secure. And I'm going to the next one. Down, we're going over and under. All the way to the end. This is cute, but look how different it looks from our first one. They're all different. Nothing I do twice looks the same. All right, up. Okay, obviously you do not need 6 feet of this yarn for a 5-inch circle. It's crazy. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go one more time, I think. Made myself a knot out of all this yarn. Going up, over and up, over and up. Yeah, I'm only gonna get 4 rounds, I think, till I'm as far as I want to go. I'll get back to my beginning, but really just until you like what it looks like. All right, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna hit these 2 and I'm gonna finish. So I have seen some people put beads in the middle of their dream catchers. I did not put anything in the middle of mine. Ooh, I'm actually going one more further than this one. This last one. Or the first one, I should say. Down and up, down and up. Look, that is really cute. Where am I going to end? I am going to go through this one and tie it off. So, all you do is tie a knot. Keep it tight. So let's tie a knot right here and cut your ends. So we'll cut our end off here. Wait a minute, did I go through there once or twice? I think I'm gonna go through one more time just in case. I'm not sure if I went through once or twice. I want to make a knot, not just lace over like the first part of your shoe lace. There we go. Cut that off. Look, so cute. Look how different it is. I went one more inside. Nice. Now, what am I gonna make? I'm gonna string it down. Oh, I love that. Does that look cute? I am going to use, what am I going to use? Jute. Yeah, I'll use jute for my little strings down here. So you cut off a bunch, and I'm going to put my two ends together. I'm going to put it behind my dream catcher, and then I'm going to loop the loose ends up to make a connection. So I put it behind my dream catcher, front to back, make a loop. I'm taking my loose ends, I'm putting it through the loop, and I'm pulling it tight right over the knots I have at the bottom, because that's where my bottom is going to be today of my dream catcher. And you just pull it tight. And that leaves me two strands. I'm gonna put one here and let it dangle this way. But you could put them all around. You could put loose ones, doop, 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 doop. You can have them all on the bottom. It's whatever you want to do. I'm gonna put two like I did this first one. So I'm cutting off my string or my jute. I am making a loop, and I'm gonna make mine different sizes. I'll come up from the bottom, put my loose ones in and pull tight. I'm gonna space it out so it's over this way a little bit. And that's what mine are gonna look like. And then I'm gonna put a hanger right up here at the top. But could put one right here in the middle. This is what two look like. I like it that way. All right, I want to find some beads. I got all kinds of leftover beads. Ooh, I got some black ones, some brown ones. What I do on this one, I put like 3 and 2 mixed up. So what you might want to do with these is secure them with a little bit of glue. So what I did was tied a knot at the bottom. I'm going to put black on each one. Then I'm going to do brown. Wait a minute, got myself distracted. My last 2 beads. Awesome. Okay. This is how I'm going to do them. So these guys have a knot at the bottom to secure them in, and then I have a little bit of glue to make sure that it doesn't slip off, but these guys are not glued in. They slide up, the top ones. So whatever you want to do, this is the yarn I use, so I had a double knot to make my knot big enough to hold the beads and not let them go through. So I'm just feeding in my beads, and I'm going to tie a knot just like I did for this one to secure it, and then I just cut the ends off. So I feed in my beads, I put my color combination that I wanted, Then I make my knot and make sure it's big enough. Oh, jute's not going to be an issue. See, feathers would look so cute on this. I do not have any feathers. So no feathers for me, but that would look really cute if you had some feathers, if you want to go get some. Feeding in my beads. I do have beads though, they're cool. I'm gonna tie my knot. See if I can get this one in here. Need a little bit of glue on my jute. So it's coming apart. Get on there, glue. Make myself a smaller end to go through, maybe, if that works. Gotta make sure it's not sticky so it doesn't stick inside my bead where I want it to, right? All right. Does that work better? Yep. All right, 1, 2. I think I want 3 on this one. 3. Wait a minute. 1, 2. 3. So one of the neat things about using the yarn on the first set is I threaded the yarn and they went through the beads just easy peasy, so that's an option too. And I actually do have larger, I have larger embroidery yarn, thread needles. So I'd be able to thread this jute through that probably. All right, go through there, buddy. There it goes. All right, tie myself a knot. Like I really need a knot because that already was secure enough, wasn't it? And here's my second one. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right, let's see if I can get these guys on there for you. And then all we have left is doing the hanger. And the hanger will be the same way that I just put these strings on the bottom. Using my nails as pliers to get through these tiny holes. I got some of these that are tiny. Some of them are not, like this one's good. All right, do I like my length? Yep. Tie a knot. Show you what it looks like. Awesome. One more set, people, one more set. Goes through these big ones easy, but it's this black one it doesn't like to go through. But it is so cute. I don't know if you remember doing the craft with me with the, we made flowers. Did we make flowers? Out of beads. And I bought the Bumblebee set from Amazon. Do you remember that? I think that's where this black's coming from. Gorgeous. That was a good craft. All right, go through here. Yep. Kind of widen my hole a little bit. That's what I might have could have done with the black. What do you think? Let's see if this will go through. I had one side that wasn't open all the way. That was giving me grief. Ta-da. That worked. All right, we're going to tie a knot. And now I'm gonna put a dab of glue on the top part of the knot and pull the beads down. And that is just to make sure something wonky doesn't happen and the beads fall off. But with this jute, I don't think that's gonna happen. But this is exactly what I did with the first one. I had to tie, like I just tied one knot on these guys. I had to tie multiple again with the yarn, just to make sure it didn't go through, because that yarn is so soft. And see? Nice. Now I'm gonna cut off the edges because I don't want them on there. But if you want them on there, leave them on. Cut off my ends. All right, what do I want to make my hanger out of? I want to make my hanger out of this yarn. Just to try to tie in the colors. So I am going to do the exact same thing. I'll make a hoop. I'm going to put the hoop part on the bottom part of underneath my dream catcher and pull it through. Then I'm just pulling my loose ones up. Now, where do I want that to be? Scooch over a little bit. Yes! And I'm going to tie a knot at the top so it'll hang on a hook or a nail or wherever I'm putting this. And there you go! That didn't take too long, did it? It was fun, no matter how long that took. And now we have two dream catchers made similarly, but looking different. Look, this one even looks bigger. It's the exact same size as the first one, but it's because the jute's thicker. Nice, huh? I love it. Now this is my second dream catcher I've ever made. Pretty cool. Hope you had fun. I hope you'll try it yourself and that this might be helpful. Okay, that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye.